Hello everybody, Imminent Storm here, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3, our primary Turkey playthrough. So, in our last episode, we were able to get most of our divisions back to our hastily assembled defensive line here. And our allies have sent in a whole bunch of divisions. It looks to be mostly Finland, and a few Slovakian units here. But what they managed to do is they managed to form their own defensive line here, somewhat, that is, make sure that we don't have any real pressure on at least the southern two-thirds. This is going to be very beneficial for us because we are not taking any manpower losses there for now, and so basically all our manpower is going into resupplying our broken units. So that is very useful. So what we did was we got this big stack of guys back here that are now ready to distribute out. So let's see, take a couple of divisions, I think, and move them here. We have any trouble anywhere else? Let's take you and deploy you up here. That looks good. Now, the other thing I want to do is actually I want to go in here under technology, and I want to take the slider AI off. And I want to lock the officers here. We're going to have to keep an eye on our officer ratio if we're going to do this manually. And I'm going to set my espionage and my diplomacy budgets to 0. Gotta lock it at 0. Lock it at 0. We have a nice pile of diplomatic influence points. And I don't really care about my spies right now. What I really need is to keep the research rolling as much as possible. So, let's unpause things here a minute. And, again, this is a little bit optimistic for me to do. But, we've got to keep playing this out just in case we do manage to turn this thing around. I want to add a war goal for this region here. Yeah, there we go. I think that's the last of the regions I think that are feasible for me to acquire should we actually win the war against the Soviet Union, and that is completely dependent on the German AI at this point. So let's see, how are things looking here? Okay, so this unit is moving toward the front, and I was looking around, and it looks like we actually have like a full strength paratrooper division right there. So we can actually move them to the front. Move them down here. This division, they're broken. Actually, these broken divisions, let's deploy them back here, just so we keep things organized. Just so I know where everything is. We are continuing to lose provinces, but that doesn't matter. I'm hoping we might be able to do it. If we can get enough of our divisions back operational, we may be able to do a counter-strike and see if we could perhaps do an encirclement and launch an attack through here and try to push up around through these rivers and maybe cut off a few of their divisions. Again, very optimistic, but, hey, you never know. The other thing I want to do is take a look at our command structures, because we just kind of move them around at random. So, let's see, where's this guy coming? Yeah, this guy should actually be up here. This guy should be more like here. Let's kind of move them around to make more sense for how their divisions ended up. Rocket-propelled tank weapons. Alright. Rocket-propelled anti-tank weapons. All of his guys are still in there. All of those guys are still in that pile. I can bring them up here. Bring that guy over here. Yep, he's all still in the pile. Move him up. Move him up. Okay. This needs to be strategically redeployed. That is the political leader. Command, which like has an incredible movement penalty if you're not strategically redeploying them. It's like a minus 1,000% or something. Alright. How's technology looking? Technology is looking good. I don't know if there's anything else we really need to prioritize. Actually, one thing I want to prioritize is these armored cars. We have a lot of them, but they're way behind. So let's get those up there. And we need to make sure that our infantry... assault rifles. Yep, okay, those are being worked on. The branch upgrades, were those being worked on? No, but we want those. And we need our engineer unit training. Province lost, province lost. Hydrophone advance. Looks like the Soviets threw these units back. Actually, what I want to do... Oh, some more pillboxes just got built. Let's take a couple of these divisions and move them here. We need to start reinforcing this one. No, this is the one that really needs to be strong, because there's no river crossing protecting it. Alright, so there isn't going to be a lot of movement in this episode yet. This is the garrison corps. We got some... These divisions should actually be in this stack. Just so you know where they are. Right, we're under attack somewhere. We're being hit by a bunch of divisions. No, HMS Glorious is lost. Duke of York is lost. They annexed Iran? Oh, interesting. Ooh, that's gonna make things complicated. Very complicated. Okay, well. Interesting. It looks like these Italian divisions are taking the brunt of the assault, which is good. Alright, well, we moved our interceptors around, but what about our bombers? Do we have any bombers that are worth anything right now? These guys. They're actually in a pretty decent airbase, too. So let's get them bombing some of these guys. First close support. Strategic bombers. 4th bomber wing. They're beat up. These guys are pretty good. Let's get them bombing this province. Those guys are in decent shape. Let's bring them up here. And they need repairs and reinforcement. Alright, looks like they threw those guys out. Again. Not HMS Courageous is lost. Wow, the UK has taken some serious naval losses. And what we're going to have to do is do the same thing where we kind of cycle units in and out as needed to let them rest and recover. How's it going? Oh, there goes one of the Italian divisions. And again, although we're reducing their organization, we are not really killing their men. I could take a couple of our divisions here, launch an attack on them, try and drive some of their divisions out of the fight. They got tons of armor. Cancel the attack. We don't want to exhaust our units unnecessarily. Let's see, swing. Let's see, swing an infantry division down there? Yeah, swing an infantry division down there. We're starting to take a pretty good beating. And now what I say is bring these guys in, move a couple of divisions from this stack over there. So we do have some divisions we're going to want to retreat out, like you. Retreat out. Japan canceled all their trade agreements. That's fine. This is the first test of my new defensive position to see if it is going to work. These guys need to retreat. Big victory. Alright. We lost 31,000 troops. They lost 11,500 troops. But we won the battle. Oof. 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 That hurts. That is not sustainable. Alright, some of these guys are starting to replenish a little bit, but we just lost an entire month's, more than an entire month's worth of manpower. Depth charge advance, escort, ship fire control system. Alright, as I see, pull all those guys off. So we have fresh divisions moving in. So that's fine. Alright, so those are all like, these technologies. Actually, something we really need to do is get radio tech. Looking at this and getting like radios and like infantry radio communications and all this kind of stuff is going to improve things a lot. So, we need to start working on that. This stuff we also really need to work on. So is also a lot of this. Province lost. Yeah, they're just working their way through there. Escort ship damage control system advance. That is one thing we really need to do, is make sure that we get as much tech done as possible. How's production looking? We're not doing any upgrades, because we're prioritizing reinforcement. Let's go back to prioritizing upgrades. Oh, actually, we probably can stop all the bombing. I forget which ones we're bombing. You were bombing, you can stop. And it was one of our close support. You. Light cruiser main armament, okay? Probably don't actually have, like, yeah, it's still on really early stuff. But I'm not really worried about the fleet right now. I mean, we want to make sure we have it, but it's not that real important right now. Though I still do want to make sure that we get transport ships. So we need to get the marine activation, which we should be working on the naval underway replenishment and the basing, yeah, right there. I wish we could get some more allied divisions down here. Now we got, like, their command structures are moving in. But we're taking attacks here and here. That shouldn't be a problem. This one might be the problem. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these armored divisions and throw them in there. They're still capable of fighting. And we have these infantry divisions in reserve if we need them. Light anti-aircraft armament. Did they throw anybody else in there? No. Now that is what I want to see. 122 of our soldiers lost, 1,300 of theirs. A small battle, but positive in our favor as far as the kill to death ratio. I think Anything else we can think of? Jungle warfare we don't need. None of this we need. I was also trying to think is, I think I might want to throw this in because I'm not sure, because we can build partisans, but I can't right now, and I'm not exactly sure what the technology is that allows us to build partisans. We need sea lane defense to build escorts, but I don't really use escorts. Okay, that battle is going okay. We got our reinforcements moving in. The bunkers still need to be repaired here. The pillboxes here have not taken any damage. It's good. What about those pillboxes? When are the next set? October 17th. Okay. Actually, let's push these air bases to the top. Make sure that all our air bases are getting improved. Province lost. Okay, that battle ended. 2,600 to 7,800. Okay, not great, but... Assault rifles. Alright. Forces are under attack. Where? Here? It seems that this is where they're going to want to try to punch through. Makes sense. No, we are not going to destroy the homeland. So we're going to hope we're going to be able to take it back at some point. Okay. How are these guys looking? Anybody looking like they're almost combat ready? Not really, but this one is going to be the next one that can move back to the front. Everybody here looks alright. See, let's make sure that this guy gets off the line. That Athenia convoy has taken damage. Where are we running a convoy? Why are we running that convoy? What purpose does that serve? They're shipping resources in. Resources? Oh, they're bringing resources from this over. No, we don't need that. No, we don't need that. Oh, we have some, medium fleet, no need. How goes this? Going well. Oh, we'll just make that a retreat. Get them out of there. Light cruiser engine. Forces are under attack again here. They brought in another division, this really disorganized heavy tank brigade. But yeah, 112 to 1,079. No, we got plenty of supplies. Yep, this is gonna hold. We've got one level of our pillboxes repaired. 805 to 2,600. Okay. It looks like this is working. Military hero emerged. Help with recruitment drives. 50 manpower. US HMS Renown is lost. The Brits are getting their pants kicked in somewhere. Naval. Yeah, we'll start production on that industrial zone. Lost province, lost province. Yeah, they're just working their way through. So there's almost no way we're going to be able to take the British-held areas back until the Soviet Union falls. And we're going to have to defend such a massive front here. I don't know if I have the men to do it. Winter's coming. So we need the Germans to get the job done. We lost another province to the Soviet Union. They're beating the. No, we don't need that. The Finns. All that manpower is now getting directed into our units. Alright. Warriors need their hull. Heavy cruiser main armament. This guy looks like he is just about ready to move to the front. Okay, so let's actually move him here. Actually, let's back these command instructors off a little bit. Because this is where we're going to want to be retreating depleted units. And I don't want to get them confused with stacks of command structures. There we go. Cruiser damage control system, cruiser fire control system. Yeah, we're going to get through all of that naval tech. Heavy cruiser engine. That's all getting cycled back to the bottom of the queue now, so. Now, as far as armor technology, I think we do need to start actually improving our armor as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring all these down. And then we're going to push tank destroyer. All that stuff at the top now. Officer ratio is still good. The line is holding. Alright, so since we're not really going to be doing much, probably going to start running things at a higher speed. Because we're just kind of in the waiting game now. Forces are under attack here. Yep, and they're just going to drain in their organization. And we won the battle. Yep, they can't make any headway against us. It doesn't look like battleship construction. Alright. You know, and it is good to get all that naval tech done, because we do need to continue thinking about the wider war as a whole. If the Soviet Union can fall, or does fall, then the Allies are next, and we're going to need a navy to be able to contend with the UK. Okay, so what we're actually going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to end the episode here. Basically, you know, holding the line, trying to get our army rebuilt a little bit. And because we still have tons and tons and tons of divisions that need to be replenished. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you next time.